Hello, everybody, and welcome to another SyncApps Walkthrough Wednesday series. And I'm Joanna. I'll be your host for today. And with me is our guest speakers, Mr. Eric Lennon and his team from Redpath Consulting Group, wherein we will be talking about 3 reasons why your marketing automation strategies isn't working. So, for today, our agenda will be the following. Firstly, I'll be introducing Redpath Consulting Group. They have been our guest speaker for 3 times already, and we are very thankful and honored to have their presence with us once again for another Walkthrough Wednesdays. Next, Eric from Redpath and his team, Amanda, and Amanda will be showcasing you 3 reasons why your marketing automation strategy isn't working. And then I will be also showcasing you how you can integrate your email marketing automation with SyncApps. And of course, the SyncApps integrations. And lastly, we will have a question and answer portion by the end of the webinar. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, please feel free to send us a message at the chat box, and our support team, as well as Redpath's Eric and his team, will be happy to answer it for you. So again, before we start, I would like to remind you that this webinar is currently being recorded for marketing purposes and demo purposes as well. So, firstly, I would like to introduce you Redpath Consulting Group. So, Redpath is actually one of our top 10 consultants for Salesforce integration. So, they are a silver partner with Salesforce, and they help their customers simplify, implement, and accelerate your businesses with Salesforce. So I think Eric and his team can further explain what their services are with Redpath. So Eric?
Yeah, thanks, Joanna. So a little bit about Redpath. So we're a Salesforce consultancy. We exclusively focus on Salesforce and all related apps in the Salesforce ecosystem. We also are a big partner on the marketing automation side. So we work with a lot of other marketing automation platforms that integrate with Salesforce. In addition to that, we also help a lot of organizations in the mid-market and enterprise space with developing technology strategies around Salesforce and marketing automation. So not only are we a Salesforce consultancy on the Salesforce side, but we're also a Pardot registered partner and a Salesforce.org impact partner. We're also locally recognized by Clutch as a top developer in Minneapolis and a top marketing agency. Overall, we've had 10 years of growth. So we started in 2008 and we're still going strong. We're about 80 employees right now, and we continue to grow. We also have about 330 clients, many of which are nonprofits and mid-market organizations. And collectively across our consultancy, we have about 80 certifications. This covers everything from system administrator, developer, Pardot certifications, marketing cloud, community cloud, essentially the entire ecosystem we have experience and certifications in.
Okay. So thank you very much, Eric, and that is a very thorough explanation, and I believe that our attendees are very much interested with Redpath and what we can do for them in terms of Salesforce and CRM integration. So right now we have Miss Amanda and Miss Vanessa, one of Redpath's marketing automation consultants, to talk about 3 reasons why your marketing automation strategy isn't working. So Miss Amanda and Vanessa, I'll be handing over the screen to you so that you can share your presentation with the team. Okay. So which one of you should I make the presenter?
Send it over to myself.
Okay.
And then I can get it over here.
Okay.
All right, just give us a second here.
Sure, absolutely.
All right, can you see your screen?
Yes, we can see your screen fine now.
All right, so let's kick off 3 reasons why your marketing automation strategy isn't working. I'm going to hand this off to Vanessa and Amanda shortly, but just a quick introduction. Here's the agenda. We're going to talk about RedPath a little bit further, and then go through the 3 reasons why your marketing automation strategy isn't working. So go ahead, Amanda, would you mind introducing yourself?
Thanks, Eric. My name is Amanda Isaacson. I've been with RedPath for some time now, but my expertise is working effectively with organizations to build their marketing automation strategy to have a business-first approach. I'm working with a number of mid-sized clients for the past 10, 15 years, helping them build these strategies to develop a return on their marketing investment. So happy to be here with SyncApps and RedPath.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Ruiz. I am also a marketing automation consultant here at RedPath. Been here for about a year, and my specialty area is Pardot, and also just helping clients integrate Pardot or other marketing automation solutions with Salesforce and use those tools to really further their business goals. And before joining RedPath, my background is in nonprofit marketing and nonprofit marketing automation. So really excited to be here today and talk to you about how to make your marketing automation strategy work better. So again, to reiterate some of what Eric mentioned earlier, RedPath is a Salesforce consulting agency based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We've been around for 10 years this year. We've got over 330 clients on both the nonprofit and for-profit side, particularly in the mid-market sector. We are an impact partner on the Salesforce.org side and a silver partner on the Salesforce.com side, as well as a Pardot partner. And we've also been recognized locally as a top developer and one of the top advertising and marketing agencies here in Minneapolis. Our services are in 3 buckets: Salesforce, everything from implementations to custom development; marketing automation, again, implementations, setting up email best practices and strategy, and then along those lines, strategy. So helping assess your current business processes, helping you redesign them, and really get you set up for success on a strategy side. And then finally, amongst our consultants, we have over 80 Salesforce certifications and over 100 plus total years of consulting, which is pretty amazing. And you can see a breakdown of the different certifications that our consultants have here, really spanning the whole Salesforce and marketing automation ecosystem. And now I'll pass it over to Amanda for our first reason why your marketing automation strategy isn't working.
Great, thanks Vanessa for that introduction. So I'd like to kick off a lot of these reasons with a story. And I think being in your shoes as marketers and helping business leaders figure out why things aren't working after making a large investment in a marketing automation platform is one of the key reasons is sales and marketing alignment. You're leaving leads on the table and you have a leaky funnel and they're not being followed up with. In this particular example, I was working with a client in the technology space that was looking to grow pretty quickly and rapidly, and they invested in a marketing automation platform called Pardot, and that's one that we helped them put in place and align with their Salesforce instance. Soon we really quickly realized that the marketing teams and the sales teams were working in silos. So Eric, if you want to flip to the next slide there, I'll give you some of the pitfalls. And they weren't aligned on the strategy. A great example of this is company was creating 1,200 leads from their website, and less than 10% were being followed up with. Part of that was some of the sales team having issues with the qualification and the quality of leads. So I think the pitfall pieces there is they just didn't trust the leads that were coming over. I know, Vanessa, you and I have talked to other clients that also face this issue, but I think the key piece is when you bring in any marketing automation platform, that alignment needs to be a top priority. And then the other piece is leadership teams are on board with the strategy. I find this time and time again that leadership teams aren't at the decision-making table when there's an investment made in marketing automation. I think a lot of assumptions are made that it's just an email platform, not really realizing the business automation components that really drive from investing in a platform, all the way from sales nurture campaigns to lead gen efforts to retaining your customer database and keeping those touch points. I recently read a Forrester report that said B2B buyers, it can take up to 12 to 16 months to get them to buy from you for a first time. So just knowing that the leadership needs to be on board with content marketing strategy and getting that investment so your organization can avoid these common pitfalls. And to further go through the story with Insight Software, one of the key things that we found is that leads were just being passed over from marketing to sales without any qualification parameters. So again, one of the key pieces were if someone filled out a form that was a competitor or someone filled out a form that was just doing research, we still would pass those leads over to the sales team. And through further discovery, we found the sales team was disappointed in the quality of leads and that they felt like they were just chasing down a rabbit hole trying to get these leads to have a conversation. So at that point, we decided to put together, and Eric, if you want to flip to the next slide, a solution map so no leads would be left behind. So we built a lead lifecycle management funnel, so assigning leads to the sales rep based on certain qualification parameters. I think this particular company was looking to focus on more small to medium-sized companies, so revenue of that particular company was really important, and also knowing who the titles and owners were at these companies. So we did a little segmentation as to what this lead lifecycle would look like. So again, we weren't just passing everyone over. We'd have a qualification with some scoring mechanisms, and then being able to nurture them through more content. We also then took a next lens look at what we were focusing on is even if the leads were being followed up with, the sales team couldn't effectively reach out to them. So I think, Vanessa, you and I have talked about this too as a big challenge for sales team is being able to have the tools and the sales enablement to follow up with some of these leads. So being able to build nurture campaigns, out-of-the-box email campaigns is really, from my point, a top priority in order to making sure these leads get qualified. And Vanessa, if you have anything to add there, I welcome your perspective as well.
No, I think you covered it well. Ensuring that you've got a clear process for qualifying leads, passing them off, something that can be overlooked, but is obviously, as you mentioned, extremely important.
And then the last piece was, I think, the measurability. So being able to be accountable, I think oftentimes marketing teams get looked at as a cost center and not a revenue driver from an executive standpoint. So being able to get alignment on how we can effectively, again, manage metrics for our marketing efforts so they coordinate with the business objectives. And that comes with that alignment at the top. So whatever platform you go with, being able to understand that, and then also being able to get that alignment with marketing and sales leaders as well. So part of the pieces of how we solved this, we built this is a inbound and outbound channel map. So again, we were driving leads through multiple areas, and what we discovered is leads that were coming inbound were 80% more likely to buy. So we wanted to make sure they had an accelerated path to get into the sales rep queue. So we made sure that path was seamless. And leads that we were going outbound, so through email marketing, through list buys, through nurture campaigns and webinars, they needed more nurturing. So we wanted to make sure that they had a path where they would go through and get nurtured in a series of emails. And Eric, if you want to flip to the next slide, that'll just show the cadence of those emails that we built out. So basically, the idea here is that we're tailoring the message to the lead so they can kind of pick and choose what path they might have an issue with, so we could further learn more about their business pain points, which really resonated with our audience and really drove high engagement. So we're able to score them and qualify them based on more information than just did they respond to a form. So that's really important. So we built out multiple campaigns, and then the end result was measurement. So being able to measure the effectiveness of these campaigns. So we did sit down with the leadership team, figure out a way to measure all the channels that we were using in our marketing plan. So we knew we were effectively marketing and driving results with our sales and marketing team. And this is a key component, I think, of any strategy and marketing automation platform. It's not just a switch you flip on and it works. It does require effort and test piloting and going through many iterations to get your baseline. And then you can get to a point where you can start measuring those results. And then the last slide is, because we wanted just to prove how we could drive these results. So the story here is that we were able to drive quite a number of over 500 plus new contacts for distributors and manufacturer market. We're able to set 5 meetings and won 2 opportunities and that equated to $1.2 million in less than 60 days. So that ROI on that campaign was pretty significant. And again, the business saw the value in that. So then that really amps up our playbook for future investment of marketing automation. So we want to avoid those pitfalls and we get more investment from our leadership team to get involved with these types of campaigns. Anything to add, Vanessa or Eric, on this case study?
Nope, great job. I'm impressed.
So I think the key result there is, making sure your leads are not left behind and that there's an investment from the leadership team. At this point, I will pass it on to you, Vanessa, to also talk to some of the other important components of a marketing automation and personalization. So you can take it from here.
Great, thanks. Yeah, so the second reason why your marketing automation strategy might not be working is that you're not using data to drive personalization. And along those lines, a secondary reason is that you might not even be collecting or analyzing data that could lead to further personalization. So I'm going to talk through some common pitfalls, and then I'll go through an example of how one of my previous clients solved this issue. So some common pitfalls in relation to not using data to drive personalization is that when you think about your email marketing, you may be sending content that you think your audience wants instead of sending them what they've told you they want based on data that you've collected from them. Again, the second bullet here, as I've said, another pitfall is just not even collecting that data via your email marketing campaigns or other marketing or sales initiatives, not regularly analyzing that data, whether that's your email metrics or your conversion data. So looking at what you actually want them to do and whether or not they're doing it. And then finally, not even having a clear call to action in your emails or other marketing initiatives. So I'm going to talk about a client that I worked with called 3G TMS, who sells and implements a transportation management system for logistics providers or shipping companies. They had 2 different automated email series using Pardot and Salesforce. So they had one that was an email welcome series that people were funneled into after they downloaded content on 3G TMS's website. And then once someone completed that welcome series, they were then funneled into a longer term nurture series that was supposed to get people to sign up for demo requests. What they were finding and what we found after doing an assessment is that their engagement rates with those emails were dropping significantly throughout the series. They really had no clear way of tracking which demo requests were actually coming from those email series. There wasn't any kind of tracking set up. And in the welcome series in general, there actually weren't any demo request calls to action at all. So given that that was the main action that they wanted people to take from that series, this seemed like a big pitfall. So what we did with them is we completely redid both their welcome series and that longer term lead nurture series. And I'd like to call it a choose your own adventure approach to an email nurture series. This is an example of the first email in their welcome series. So on the left, that's a screenshot of the first email, and you can see that there's three buttons, but the first two give people the option to select the industry that they're interested in, because they sell primarily to two different target markets. So right away, we give people the opportunity to select their industry. And then on the right-hand side, this looks a little scary, but this is an example of a nurture series that was set up in Pardot, where depending on which button someone clicked on, they're sent down a different path. So if they clicked on the LSP button, they're sent down a track that sends them a series of emails targeted to that LSP industry. And then vice versa. If they clicked on the shipper button, they're sent down a track with shipper-specific messaging. And we also were able to track which selection they made on their Pardot records, so that in the future we can do more segmentation to those groups, sending out more targeted email campaigns specifically to those who selected shippers or vice versa. And then with that longer term nurture series that people are funneled into after that welcome series has ended, on the left, this is an example of that first email. We invite people to tell us what's most important to you when selecting a transportation management system. So there's three buttons: cost savings, automation processes, and customer service. And on the right here, this is that nurture series flow where, again, depending on which button they chose, what they told us was most important to them, they're sent down a different track with email messaging that's tailored to that selection that they made. And so again, there we're able to collect data about what people are interested in, both from an industry perspective and what's important to them. And I think that, not only can this be helpful in future email segmentation, but it's also helpful in determining what content to create for your website, what to talk about when you say a prospect gets to that the sales qualified status and the sales rep is about to have a conversation with them. They can easily see, okay, this person told us that cost savings is most important to them, or automation processes is most important to them. So they can tailor their messaging a bit more in that sales meeting to what this person told us they want. So as I mentioned, unfortunately, in the way that these series were set up previously, there's not a way for us to tell exactly how many demo requests came from their old series. But these new series have been running for a little under 2 months. And so far we've got 50 demo requests, which is so far a 3% conversion rate. And we've also seen with this long-term series, a 60% increase in open rate on their emails compared to their old series. So excited to see how this goes over time, knowing that we've only got a small sample data set so far, but I think it is a testament to how gathering information from your customers and giving them what they tell you they want to see can really be impactful and give people a say in the content that they're seeing. I'll pass it back to Amanda.
Great. Vanessa, you hit on some key points. I think being able to figure out that buyer journey for your new customers as well as existing customers is such a key component in building any type of messaging. I think sometimes as a sales and marketing leader, I want to push my ideas or thoughts into their minds, and that's something I've learned from too. Is it's way more powerful and impactful to send the buyer down the journey that they're looking to learn more about, letting them self-select what opportunities are most, or what business challenges are most important to them and how they want to solve for them. And that brings us to our third reason why your marketing automation strategy may not be working. You're not managing your customers effectively. I think a key component of this with a number of customers I work with is they have their existing customers. They've had them for a number of years. They're always thinking they're going to be loyal. But in reality, what I've learned through some research, through some third-party studies, is customers that you're not engaged with have no affiliation, and sometimes they're more likely to leave because they don't feel like they're important to be part of your company. So I think that's a talking point too, because we ran into this with a client of mine at Life Touch Photography here, and they take a number of portraits for all the way from kindergarten level students all the way to graduate level, all the way to your business professional photography. And basically what they learned is, these clients will always be loyal to us. We'll always be able to call on them because we've been working with them for so many years, and it's the Life Touch brand. And there was a opportunity we found within their database. We started looking into it and analyzing it. We found there were 29,000 accounts that have been inactive or marked as not qualified and had just been sitting in this. They've done business with them, they're existing customers, but for some reason or another, the organization just chose to not communicate with them. And as marketers, we said there's got to be a reason why these 29,000 people aren't working with us. So I said, we've created a strategy around a survey, just asking, is there something, how can we win your business back? We did a re-engagement campaign. And Eric, if you want to flip to the next slide, I'll walk you through that. So basically, we wanted to create a survey kind of asking this customer database, how can we win your business back? What is it we could do? And then the other core piece was, what's most important to you in your photography session? Is it cost savings? Is it being able to personalize your portraits? Because again, back to Vanessa's point, that nurturing, being able to speak that language, that customer is so important to your marketing strategies. So what we did is we put together a simple 5-question survey for the inactive accounts that we haven't been talking to in the last few years. And we set them down this nurture series. And I think this is a really important piece, is just knowing what you don't know about an untapped customer base. Is we started following them up with a phone call, letting them know that the survey would be coming. We followed that up with an email, a couple reminder emails, and then another follow-up with a call just to take the survey. But basically, in a thank you email, the main call to action is, how can we serve you? This objective was not to get revenue or drive new business. It was simply, how do we re-engage with our key priority? We were mostly looking at how many people can we land meetings with, and what is the sentiment out there. But what actually ended up happening, and we were all kind of shocked by this, is the people we were surveying they were like, we haven't heard from you. We'd love to get our session set up. So it ended up turning into a results-driven campaign, which yielded in $8.1 million of new pipeline and $4.2 million of closed deals against this 29,000 account base. We all kind of scratched our heads and go, wow, sometimes just showing customers you want to engage with them, again, they're important to you, and understanding how you can work with them will drive to close revenue without even having a strong call to action on the sales side. And Life has already had a strong brand in this space. So being able to just re-engage with this inactive customer base was just unsolved pipeline and revenue for this organization that helped them grow and have one of their highest performing quarters in the last 10 years. So this is, again, a key piece to, avoid is once you have your customers, don't leave them left behind either, because there's still opportunities to expand your footprint, get more wallet share, and also improve your customer service satisfaction rating. And that's how I would sum it up with this particular pitfall. Any questions from people on the phone?
So I think that there are no questions from the group. So thank you very much for that very thorough and detailed discussion, Eric, Amanda, and Vanessa. It was really a pleasure to know more about the pitfalls that we are doing with our marketing strategies and how we can overcome them with doing different campaign strategies and how to even better do it with the help of RedPath, of course. So for all of our attendees who would want to reach out with RedPath, please feel free to chat down via the chat box option, and Eric and his team will be very happy to assist you with any further questions that you might have regarding their service and what they can do for your business. So I'm going to be taking over the screen back again. Just okay. So, as RedPath talked about 3 reasons why your email marketing strategy isn't working, I'm here to talk about how integrating your email marketing automation can help you for your business. So here's a very short clip that I would like to discuss with you on a very basic gist on how SyncApps work for your email marketing automations.
Jessica works at a small marketing agency. Her boss asked her to manually input their clients' individual contact info from their CRM to their marketing automation software, then sort it into different lists. She's stressed out, as it will take some time. Then, later that week, she was so pressured because her boss added another task. She's still on the previous task, which is to sort clients into different lists. Jessica told her boss about her hurdles with this task. Her boss remembered that one of her friends, who works at another marketing agency, uses SyncApps by Cazoomi. Then they tried it, and voila! SyncApps solved Jessica's problem by automatically integrating her CRM campaigns to their marketing automation lists. This means that Jessica and her colleagues can do more client sales outreach instead, since SyncApps will do its integration magic. Hassle-free, isn't it?
So again, SyncApps basically integrates your data from your CRM, so all of your contacts, all of your leads from your CRM software gets integrated into your email marketing automation app. Very seamless, limitless, and of course, hassle-free integration with SyncApps. So what is the SyncApps advantage? So firstly, we save you time. So by automatically integrating your data between your applications, you actually eliminate your manual errors, and of course, you save time by letting an integration tool do the magic for you. Second, we sync your data bidirectionally. So with SyncApps, you can seamlessly integrate your cloud, on-premise, or plugin applications easily with your email marketing automation apps. Third, we allow you to stay productive. So you, your sales team, and your marketing team, when you use your CRM, your Excels, or other tools separate from your automated email marketing apps, with SyncApps, we save you over 13 days each year over manual efforts. So how does the SyncApps integration works? It's very easy. It's just a 4-step easy process. So firstly, we take your CRM application. So we sync your contacts, your leads, or accounts. So in your case, if you are wanting to target your email campaigns via your leads or via your contacts from your CRM application, it's very easy to do that with SyncApps. Once you have successfully synced all of your CRM records to your email marketing automation apps, it will be recorded as lists or groups in your email marketing automation. Next, you can then send out your targeted optimal email marketing campaigns to your specific lists or even your groups, depending on the marketing automation or marketing campaign that you have. And lastly, with your campaign responses, such as those campaign metrics, opens, the bounces, the clicks, and the forwards, this will be integrated back into your CRM application, giving you one seamless integration with SyncApps. So you have total control of your data that's coming in and going out of your CRM application to your email marketing automation strategies. So what are our major SyncApps features? So firstly, we have the filtering and segmentation. So this feature is very powerful and very robust feature. So if you have a specific criteria or if you want to sync just those records that match your criteria, you can definitely do so with SyncApps. So we take your records, filter them accordingly, and segment them into different lists in your marketing automation campaigns. This feature helps you send out targeted email campaigns to those specific people that you only want to be integrated into a list in your marketing automation app. Second, we also do custom field mapping. So by default, we sync only those basic and default fields, but if you need to map more fields, then our custom field mapping is available for you. And that is also another major SyncApps features. Third, we have real-time syncing. So with our enterprise plan, we allow you to sync your data real-time. So your lists are updated on a real-time schedule, and your marketing and sales teams will be updated accordingly. Lastly, we also have a major feature which is full sync. So if you remove any record from any of your apps, it will automatically, or SyncApps will automatically remove that record from your other applications as well with our full sync feature. So aside from these 4 major SyncApps features, SyncApps has a lot more to offer for you. And if you have a customized requirement or a specific requirement, then our development team is also available to customize your integration for you. So these are our top email marketing automation integrations to date. So we have Salesforce to Constant Contact. We even have Salesforce to Mailchimp. We have Zoho CRM to Mailchimp and Constant Contact. We even do integrate NetSuite and Mailchimp. So if you have saved searches or your products from NetSuite, you can integrate that seamlessly in Mailchimp. We also do have Microsoft Dynamics to Constant Contact, and also if you are in the gym industry or in the fitness industry, we also offer our MindBody to Infusionsoft integration. And if you're into accounting, we also offer our QuickBooks to Constant Contact integration. So to date, we have over 130 plus integrations that can be suitable for your email marketing automation needs. So if you need anything, if you have more information, then please feel free to send us a message at support@cazoomi.com, and our 24/7 support team will be happy to help you out. So I believe that this concludes our webinar for this week, which is 3 reasons why your marketing automation strategy isn't working, together, of course, with our top 10 consultant partner, Redpath Consulting Group. So if you have any questions, then please feel free to interact with us in a live demo, or if you want, you can also send us a message over at the chat box, and our support team will be happy to help you out. So I think that there are no questions from the group. I will be posting together with our content team a post, video, and of course a blog by Friday. So please feel free to subscribe to any of our newsletters so that you will stay updated to all of our email marketing campaigns. So this is Joanna once again, and I thank you all for coming to our Walkthrough Wednesdays for this week. And I would really like to extend our heartfelt appreciation to Redpath Consulting Group, to Eric, Vanessa, and Amanda. We really thank you for your time, for being with us today. And I hope that you could join us again next time.